Get to NBC Boston's commentator Sue O'Connell here with us right now. So it was just a few months back now, November, that voters here in the Commonwealth, we approved a proposal to do away with the MCAS, right?
Yep.
So with that in mind, with that sort of in context right now, how do you think that the results of that vote will impact the Commonwealth's ability to get scores up, or won't it?
Well, I think, Colton, there's a painful lesson we're going to learn, and that is not to throw a tool away that you need into the trash, even if you don't think it's perfect, until you actually have a replacement, which we don't have yet. One takeaway from this report, which John spoke about, is that the data and measurement is essential to diagnose the problem and to come up with a cure. The report shows gaps by race and economic status. Only 1/4 of Black, Latino, and economically disadvantaged students scored proficient in math. That's bad. And that was when the MCAS was actually in place. So while Massachusetts, obviously a nationwide leader in education, many of our students are being left behind, and we need some sort of measurement to help them, and we need it quick.
Well, let's talk about teachers' unions, right? Over the past couple of years, certainly sitting in this seat, we have seen more than a few teacher strikes that we've reported on. A deal always ends up being reached, and teachers wind up getting a little more out of their contracts. What do you say to a parent sitting at home right now who wants teachers to be paid more, certainly, but also is wondering why these contract improvements don't lead to improved scores?
Well, first I would say we need to look at our zip code, because if we're in some zip codes, our kids have more challenges than other zip codes. And then I would say we should look in the mirror, and I don't mean that harshly, right? The report shows us that our children are reading less for pleasure than ever before. And I could say I'm reading less for pleasure than ever before, right? So we should try to do something about our behavior. Parents have to focus more on modeling reading and encouraging it. And we also have this amazing computer in our hands all the time that does all sorts of math. And that means using numbers every day like we did when I was in school and you were in school. That just isn't happening because we do it on the phone. And teachers have been fighting an uphill battle. Chronic absenteeism is only now decreasing, and those behavior issues in the student body that some say is a result of social media and also those years of isolation during the pandemic, still a problem, and we need more guidance counselors in schools. So it's not just a money problem and how much the teachers are getting paid, it's also how we allocate the funds problem.
That's a great point there, Sue.
I'm going to use my phone now to look at more things.
When you start the Sue O'Connell book club, let us know.
I will.